What's up YouTube, NCG here, bringing you a getting to know Lair of Darkness cards. So these are 4 of the brand new cards coming out in Lair of Darkness. Now these are proxies, I will make that clear right now. These are just paper printouts of these cards so that I can physically show you what each one does. Now the decks are officially released on Thursday and there are certain events or venues doing special events with these decks where you get to play with just the deck itself, and the winner gets to receive a rubberized mat of the artwork, it looks really cool, guys. So check that out. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the 4 main cards from the deck. There are other cards and new cards from the set, but these are the 4 main ones that kind of work in tangent, that are considered to be splashable as an engine in itself in other decks that kind of utilize darks or level 8s or even the virus cards. So I'll take you through these and we'll show you what they are and what they do. Let's start off with the boss monster, the king, the MacDaggy, the centre of everything, and that is Darkest Diablos, Lord of the Lair. So this is the main boss king, boss monster of the deck. Level 8 dark, 3000 attack, 2000 defense. Now the writing of the proxy is quite small, so I am going to have to bring it close to myself. So your opponent cannot tribute this card. No kaiju in for you. Also, they cannot target it with card effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Darkest Diablos, Lord of the Lair once per turn. If a dark monster or monsters you control is tributed, you can special summon this card from the graveyard. If it was there when that monster was tributed, or hand, even if not. You can tribute 1 dark monster. Your opponent places 1 card from their hand on either the top or bottom of the deck. So it basically allows it to revive itself with the new virus, or revive itself after cards have been used with the virus. And it basically, so the little wording under it where it says, if it was there when the monster was tributed, or hand if not. So basically it means that you can't tribute this off to then special summon it back. It means that if it was in the graveyard while the monster was tributed on field, it can be brought out. If it was in your hand while it was tributed, then it can be brought out. It just can't loop itself around. So that's it for the big MacDaddy boss guy. He just kind of helps recycle himself. So you probably don't need to play him at free. Because he can, you know, recycle himself a little bit as well. It doesn't say that he can't special summon himself back off the tribute effect, so if you've already got one of these in the graveyard and you use another one, then yeah, you can bring this guy back. So it's very cool. You can only use 1 per turn, but it doesn't, I think it will allow you to stack. So if you played 3, for example, or even if you played 2, you had 1 in grave, 1 in hand, you tribute off with a virus, you then get to go 1 from grave, 1 from hand, so you end up the board with 2 big boss monsters and you virused your opponent with some way. And then you can start virusing off even more. So that's it for the big MacDaddy. Then we'll go on to, let's go with Arium the Wicked Warden. So this is your searcher of the deck, very cool as well. 1700 base, level 4 dark, so again it's normally. You discard this card, add 1 Lair of Darkness field spell from your, Lair of Darkness from your deck to your hand, which is the field spell. You can tribute 1 dark monster, draw 1 card, but if you tributed a dark monster other than this card, you can add 1 dark monster with 2000 or more defense from your deck to your hand instead. You can only use the effect once per turn. So he's basically your searcher, and then he gets to pop himself and search 1 out, or pop 1 and draw 1. So that's kind of cool as well. Let me just double check. Tribute 1 dark monster, draw 1 card, but if you tributed a dark monster other than this card, yeah. So if you tribute this card, you get to draw a card. If you tribute a different dark monster, you get to search out a dark monster instead. So quite straightforward searcher on that one. We'll finish off the last monster and then we'll go on to the first one, and that is Lilith, Lady of the Laminate. This is probably the best one of the lot. Level 3 dark monster, 2000 attack. The original attack of the normal summon card becomes 1000. Quick effect, you can tribute 1 dark monster, reveal 1 normal trap from your deck, so any of the viruses. Your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to add to set to your field, and you shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only use the effect of Laminate once per turn. So, the best thing about this girl, its original attack of the normal summon becomes 1000, but you have ways of special summoning this from your deck and from the field as well. And then you tribute 1 dark monster, including herself, reveal 3 normal trap cards from your deck, and then you get to add 1. So, viruses, I believe, if I've got this right, the effects go off in the graveyard. So, if you have the ability to tribute this, it actually counts as an attack of 2000 in the graveyard. Either way, you still have a lot of tribute work to do, but Lilith can actually search you out any of your viruses, which is always going to be nice considering you've got the new grade virus, you've got the full force virus, you've got Eradicator, which you only play out of 1 anyway, you've got Deck Devi, and then you've got Crush Card, so she's going to be very, very helpful. And then finally, you've got the field spell, which is Lair Of Darkness. Now this is insanely cool. Not only is the artwork amazing, like just look at that. I'm hoping it's hollow in the starter deck, I'm not too sure, but if it is, I can imagine that looking really, really cool. All face-up monsters on the field become dark. Once per turn, if you would tribute a monster or monsters to activate a card or effect, you can tribute one dark monster your opponent controls as if you controlled it. Once per turn during the end phase, special summon as many shadow tokens, Fiend, Dark, level 3, attack 1000, defense 1000, as possible to the turn player's field in defense position up to the number of monsters that were tributed this turn while this card was face up on the field. So, you get to tribute your opponent's monsters to activate one of your virus. Then in the end phase, you'll get a token for as many as you tributed. So if you tribute one of your opponent's one, that's 1. If you tribute one of yours, that's 2. You then get to replace it with more tokens. Now, because they're fiends and darks and they're level 1000s and 1000s, you've got more virus fodder, basically. So in a Lair of Darkness, you'll definitely be playing it for free. You have the ability to search it with Arium. And then you've got your Lady Lilith that can search you out your viruses. And then you've got your Diablos, which is going to circle himself around. So basically what that now means is you have a searcher for this card. You've got a searcher for viruses. This card turns your opponent's monsters into dark and lets you tribute them. So if you have the way of getting like Constellar Pallades Diamond on board, you know, not Constellar Pallades Diamond, the Constellar Diamond Dragon, you can negate their effects as well. You've got Diablos, which is just going to be a big beater that's going to circle himself around the entire time. It's absolutely crazy what this deck can do. I definitely highly advise you guys to pick them up. Go trial out your locals if they're doing one of the mat events as well. It's going to be incredibly fun for everyone to be on the same level and to get to know this deck a little bit better. But like I said, this is a little engine, if you wanted to, could work quite nicely. And then there's a couple of people considering it in DDDs, because you've got a trading target plus a dark monster that can bring itself back around. You might not need to play this as much because you're mainly only using that to tribute that. But because you've got other dark monsters in DDDs, you can actually build a virus version. You can even play this as a little engine in Dark Magician. Maybe less so the Arium. Play this and the field, the secret village of spellcasters and the Lilith, because Lilith can then act as a level 3 for your rod overlays into a breaksword if you want to. Or of course they're dark targets for allures. Then you can tribute all your stuff off. Weaken your opponent with any of the viruses, and then start moving around even more. So that's it for a getting to know you of the main cards in Lair of Darkness. Like I said, pick them out, try them out, see how it goes. They're going to be very, very cool. We will be doing a box opening or an opening of the deck on Thursday. So make sure you come back to see that, and we'll show you everything we've got in that. And then following on for that, we'll put together a budget deck for you guys, only using the structure decks themselves. And then we'll also bring you a full powered version as well. I believe Joe or one of the other guys from the channel might be able to do that for you. If not, I will definitely bring you one on Tuesday. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till Thursday, guys, where I'll be bringing you hopefully an opening of this. See ya.